My piece of what are the core values of the internet are more what we traditionally see as values. Less about technology and making it good enough, and I love what you've done. Less about making things green, although we're doing some things in those spaces as well. More about making sure that people have access to the technology, that when they do, it does what they want it to do, and that other people aren't hurting them while they're there, and they're not hurting themselves, so they come away from it safe. They come away from it with their sensitive information intact. And by using the technology that we're promoting, they're not putting themselves and others at risk. How do we do that? The easy way, when it comes to protecting kids, and if I get Matt Lauer or Diane Sawyer turns around and says to me, Parry, how can you protect children on the internet? The answer they would love, I think, that would give them the kind of viewers they'd like, is for me to say, turn it off. The internet is a terrible, evil, horrible place, no good, very bad. Turn it off. In fact, this morning on Good Morning America, there was a principal from a middle school in New Jersey, where I have one of my teen angel chapters, my teen internet safety experts in the other middle school. And my program didn't work in his because he wouldn't allow the kids to do independent research with each other. So today he went on Good Morning America saying that social networking and social technologies was evil and dangerous. And the only way to make sure that our children were safe was to keep them off. Good thing for him, I was in North Carolina this morning. So as people look at this, they seem to think that there's a tension between using technology and accessing it and being creative about the use of technology and being safe. I guess there's a tension between driving a car and being safe. But we have rules and people know how to drive them, and you build a safer car and the brakes are supposed to work and somebody checks them every once in a while, and you don't drink and drive, and hopefully you won't text and drive. And hopefully you can use a car to drive your wife to the hospital so she can give birth and bring the baby home, or drop off clothes at a place where people need a warm coat. We need to recognize that the internet gives us the opportunity to do that. And what took Facebook from 50 million users to 425 million users was not all of us talking about the barbecue we had last week and the fact that we brushed our teeth this morning. Not even breaking up with our ex by changing our status. It was a lot more about changing the world. Where young people in California had online actions, offline actions, putting them together to protest the fact that they were turning off health care for illegal immigrant children. Getting out there and saying, I'm not going to put up with this. I'm going to protect women in the third world, and I'm going to make sure that free speech applies across the board. And when you threaten people because of their color, or their accent, or their religion, you do it over my dead body. So what are the values we're trying to promote? We can turn off the internet, but that's the only risk I can't protect our children from. They need access to this for their lives, for their futures, for their education. They need to create the next technology that works on his good enough backbone in a green way that will help them change the world.